What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Well, yeah, to another video. Today we're gonna be dynoing the budget turbo EK from a couple videos ago. We're gonna make a whole dyno video day thing, but Christian's fiance is pregnant and she is sick, so he can't dyno the cars that he needs to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this car knocked out, and the owner is gonna come and pick it up here in a few hours. He's got some Koning, I think they're Koning heliums or whatever they are, and some 888s, and we're gonna go get those mounted on his car. I'm just gonna load the car up on a trailer, and then we are going to trailer it to get the tires mounted on the wheels, take it to the dyno, swap the wheels out and tires, and put on a dyno and make some jam. All right, guys, so out here at the dyno, I got the 888s put on the wheels, and I'm about to jack it up now, change the wheels out, get it off the trailer, and then get it onto the dyno, onto the rollers, and strap it in, and we're gonna start making some pulls. All right, guys, so got the car set up on the dyno, and we are about to make the first pulls. Probably just do a couple low cam stuff, and then high cam. I already have VTC table mapped out, and I drove it on the street yesterday to, well, not yesterday, on Saturday, to get some of the partial throttle stuff figured out, so it'll make it a whole lot easier for me to tune it on the dyno, take less time. So we're about to start making beginning pulls on it here now. All right, guys, so third pull, it made 322. I did 2 pulls before just to try to get the I was trying to look at the air fuel on this, and I realized that as soon as it gets in the VTEC, it's pretty much just blowing the air straight past the wideband for the dyno. So I'm just tuned on the wideband that's in the car right now, because it was really lean here. I added fuel, and then I got super rich on the second pull. So I just decided that I was just going to look at the wideband on here. And on this one up top, it was like 10.2, 10.3. So I'm just going to take out hella fuel. I believe this is on 6 pounds. It may have made more boost on the on this third hit. Normally when there's like super rich, they lose boost, so when you start leaning them out, they start making more boost. It should have like 11 to 12 pound spring inside. I hope I'm not covering the mic. I'm not. It should have an 11 to 12 pound spring on the wastegate, and yeah, so it made 322 on the third hit. So it should make about like 370 to 380 on 11 pounds on this combination on 11 pounds, because I believe that's what Stumpy had a 67. This is 62, 62. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, keep working the air fuel out, and if you can see, like, it's just pretty much just dumping fuel, not dumping fuel, but it's like super black smoking out the exhaust at high RPM, which, you know, I'd rather it be rich than it be lean. So I'm gonna just keep working away at pulling fuel out of it, and then we'll work on the final numbers. I'm hot right now. So the car just lost a cylinder. I'm not sure why. Air fuel was 11.5 all the way across. It was only on, let's see, 13 pounds. And the ignition is at 17 degrees. Duty cycle, yeah, something happened because the duty cycle fell. And I do not know why. Yeah, I mean, it's the battery voltage. Yep, that's it. It had to have been a fuel pressure issue. And I mean, everything else looks fine. I'm not using closed loop, so don't mind that. I mean, it's on 93. It's got 17 degrees of time in it at 13 pounds. And it just lost a cylinder, so I'm not sure what happened, what failed. Something failed. This will be the first car I've blown up on the dyno. I wouldn't say I've blown up on the dyno, but that has blown up on me. This will be the first car that has blown up on me on the dyno, and I'm fucking heartbroken right now. Can't win them all. Not everything goes right the first time, and then I have to flip this fucking video because goddamn camera's upside down. My customer's on the way here from like 2 hours away. So I guess we'll figure out what we're gonna do, and yeah. All right, so after further consultation with my customer, we narrowed it down to the injectors. So he bought his injectors from somebody used, and that person didn't really know the condition of the injectors. They said they flowed and cleaned them, or they cleaned them, not flowed them, but they were sold to him at South Bays, and when we took them out, they're not South Bays. There's some unknown injector. So I pretty much had a similar issue like this with my sedan whenever I had it, with the daily driver, the silver one. I bought some Big Willie's injectors, is what I was told they were. They were 1300s. The car would run fine, but sometimes it would do some weird shit where if the car was hot, you'll start it and it wouldn't want to start, and then you have to let it cool off and then start it and it'll be fine. And then one day I was racing some dudes, and we were doing like back-to-back pulls, and the car just like lost a cylinder mid-pull on the last pull, obviously because the motor blew up, and it melted a cylinder, and it smoked the exact same way that this thing did through the valve cover and the exhaust, like my four-door did. And I guarantee if I pulled the cylinder off, it's melted a piston. So normally if it was a tuning error, it would either pop the head gasket or it hung a rod before, or it'll damn like crack a sleeve or some shit before it actually melts the piston. So I know it's no fault of mine, but shit does happen. And fortunately, you know, fortunately the customer is like willing to swap the motor out. He understands that he bought some no-name injectors, and he also bought a motor that we have no idea where it came from or, you know, the condition of it, and he pretty much just bought it third hand, I should say. So I'm gonna be swapping this motor out. We're gonna put 2200s in it, we're gonna put a 450 in it, and we're gonna move the battery from the trunk to closer to the alternator, because like I showed y'all the log, it was, you know, down to 12 volts on that last pull, so that could have been a contributing factor too. It may necessarily not have been the injector's fault, but we're just gonna do some things to the next motor to make it a whole lot safer. But you know, shit happens sometimes. In the name of the game, not everything that you put on these things always goes right, and I could not post this video and make y'all think that everything went fine and dandy, but not everything always goes good. So big pile of shit right now. So we're gonna get it swapped out, put a new fuel system in it, turn up the next motor. He said he wants like 500 on the next motor, which this should do it pretty easily. Like I said, I only made 8 fucking pulls on this thing, and blew up on the 8th pull. So if it was gonna blow up, it blew up on the 3rd pull. Normally how it goes. But as always, comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.